Beloved chosen one, what feels isolating right now is not a mistake, it is intention. You didn't end up here because you failed, spoke wrong, or chose poorly. You are here because something precise is happening to you. God has allowed distance to grow between you and what once felt familiar so you can finally see clearly. Isolation is not the absence of love. Sometimes it is the removal of noise. You wake up and go to work, and everything feels routine yet strangely hollow. You do what is required, you even go beyond what is asked. But there is a quiet sense that you no longer belong there. Conversations feel shallow. Small talk drains you. You notice you would rather sit alone during lunch than pretend to fit into spaces that no longer feed your spirit. That discomfort is not weakness. It is awareness. At home, the silence is louder. You may live with people who don't truly see you, or you may live alone and feel the weight of unanswered thoughts. Family members tell you to just be normal, to stop thinking so deeply, to stop questioning everything. But they don't understand something inside you has shifted. You can't go back to who you were. Financially, you may feel pressure building. You are learning restraint, discipline, and trust. You think twice before spending. You plan carefully, then you pray quietly. These are not signs of lack. They are signs of preparation. What you are experiencing is separation with purpose. God often removes the crowd before revealing the calling. If too many voices stayed around you right now, you would doubt yourself. If too much comfort surrounded you, you would never hear the deeper instruction. So He allows space, He allows quiet. He allows you to feel the weight of standing alone so you learn how to stand with Him. There is a reason certain doors closed without explanation. A reason invitations stopped coming. A reason some people faded without conflict. God didn't always remove them because they were bad. He removed them because they were finished. You were about to grow into something they could not follow. And growth requires room. Picture a craftsman working on a valuable piece. He doesn't shape it in the middle of a crowd. He takes it into a private space where every strike of the tool is intentional. That is what God is doing with you. Every quiet night, every unanswered message, every moment you thought, "Why am I so alone?" He was shaping endurance, clarity, and spiritual muscle. But hear this clearly, isolation is not your destination. It is your corridor. You are passing through it, not living in it forever. Hope is already forming, even if you can't fully see it yet. It looks like peace slowly replacing anxiety. It looks like confidence growing without external validation. It looks like you beginning to trust your discernment instead of asking everyone else for permission. One day soon, you will enter rooms where your presence carries weight. You will speak with calm authority, not desperation. You will no longer chase connection, you will attract alignment. And when that moment comes, you will understand why God didn't allow everyone to come with you. The wisdom recorded in the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 1, speaks directly to this season. One who isolates himself pursues selfish desires. He rebels against all sound wisdom. And yet here is the deeper truth. God-led isolation is not rebellion, it is refinement. You are not pulling away to feed ego, you are being pulled aside to gain wisdom. So let me ask you plainly, chosen one, can you remain faithful in a season where no one is clapping, trusting that God sees what others don't? If this message speaks to your current season, take a moment like this message. Share it with someone who feels alone but chosen. Leave a comment to declare your alignment, and subscribe so you stay connected to what is unfolding. At the end of this section, comment 111 as a declaration that you accept this season of intentional separation. This season is teaching you how to breathe without approval, how to move without validation, how to trust God when no one else understands your pace. What feels empty now is being cleared so it can soon be filled with purpose that matches your true capacity. You are not being delayed, you are being calibrated. Every quiet step is aligning you with timing that cannot fail. When connection returns, it will not drain you, it will recognize you. And when community comes back, it will meet you as who you have become, not who you used to be. David was not invited into the room where destiny was being discussed. When the prophet arrived, Jesse presented the sons who looked like leaders, tall, confident, impressive. David remained outside, tending sheep, covered in dust, doing work no one praised. He wasn't rejected loudly, he was overlooked quietly. And yet, that forgotten field was the very place where God's eyes had been fixed all along. That story reflects your life more than you may realize. Like David, you have been faithful in spaces where your name is rarely mentioned. You carry responsibility others avoid. At work, you may be the one stabilizing systems, mentoring quietly, fixing problems behind the scenes while others receive recognition. You begin to wonder if being unseen means being unimportant. But David's obscurity was not evidence of insignificance. It was evidence of preparation. David learned leadership before a crown ever touched his head. In the field, he fought lions and bears when no one was watching. He developed courage, patience, and discernment away from applause. In your life, the tasks that feel too small or too repetitive are shaping your resilience. God often builds authority in secret before releasing influence in public. In family dynamics, this season can feel painful. You may be the dependable one, the one who listens, gives, sacrifices. Yet when decisions are made, your voice is minimized. You love deeply, but you are rarely celebrated. Like David, you remain faithful even when misunderstood. That faithfulness is not wasted. Heaven records what people overlook. Financially, you may feel like progress is slow. You choose integrity over shortcuts. You decline opportunities that compromise your values. Meanwhile, others seem to advance faster by bending rules. David could have grown bitter watching his brothers stand tall while he smelled like sheep. Instead, he stayed obedient where he was planted. Sometimes, waiting is not weakness, it is wisdom. Then came the moment no one expected. One question shifted everything. Is there another son? The one ignored was summoned. Oil was poured. Destiny spoke. David did not force his calling, God called him forward. And the same is true for you. What is meant for you will come looking for you when the timing is right. The truth is echoed in the ancient words found in the book of Psalms, chapter 75, verse 6. For promotion comes neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. This verse reframes your struggle. Advancement does not come from people's approval, from location, or from networking alone. It comes from God's decision. While others chase visibility, you are being shaped for sustainability. While others rush platforms, you are building endurance. That difference will protect you when pressure increases. Hope is already forming beneath the surface. It looks like quiet confidence replacing insecurity. It feels like peace growing even before circumstances change. One day, your consistency will be noticed not because you demanded attention, but because your preparation made you undeniable. There is often a long stretch between promise and fulfillment. David was anointed long before he was crowned. That waiting season was not punishment, it was refinement. If you are in that in-between space right now, you are not late. You are learning how to carry what is coming. So hear this question clearly. Chosen one, can you stay faithful in the field? trusting that God's timing will speak louder than human recognition. Stay where your feet are planted for now. What feels slow is strengthening your core. The discipline you are developing in obscurity will become stability later. When others panic under pressure, you are learning how to remain steady before you are asked to stand tall. There will come a day when your calm presence speaks louder than credentials. People will sense depth they cannot explain. They will trust your judgment without knowing your history. That confidence will not be borrowed from others, it will be built from every unseen moment you endured. Do not resent the silence around you. Silence is where clarity sharpens. It is where you learn to hear God without interference. When voices return, you will recognize which ones align and which ones distract, because your discernment has been trained patiently. And when the field finally gives way to the platform, you will not rush, perform, or prove. You will move with grounded authority. You will remember where you came from, and that memory will keep you humble, focused, and faithful to the one who brought you forward. You will carry the field with you wherever you go. Its lessons will become your compass, keeping you grounded when attention grows. You will know how to lead without ego, serve without resentment, and stand firm without fear because you were shaped when no one was watching. What you're experiencing now is not emptiness, it is training. This season feels quiet, stripped, repetitive, even boring at times, but beneath the surface, something precise is happening. God is building spiritual authority in you, not emotional excitement. Authority is never formed in crowds. It is forged in places where you are forced to rely on truth instead of affirmation. Hidden seasons reveal what noise can't. When distractions fall away, you begin to see yourself clearly, your patterns, your motives, your fears. You notice how quickly you want reassurance, how easily you second-guess when no one affirms you. That awareness is not meant to shame you. It is meant to strengthen you. God trains his leaders by first removing the external crutches. Think about your daily routine. You wake up, go to work, complete tasks that feel small, almost invisible. You wonder how any of this connects to calling or purpose. But discipline in ordinary days builds endurance for extraordinary ones. Showing up consistently, managing time responsibly, speaking with integrity when it doesn't benefit you, these are exercises of spiritual muscle. Authority grows quietly. In your finances, you are learning restraint. You don't chase trends. You don't spend to impress. You plan, save, and sometimes say no when others say yes. That's not lack, it's leadership training. God often teaches stewardship before influence, because if you can't manage peace in scarcity, abundance will only magnify chaos. Relationally, this season can feel lonely. Conversations feel shallow. You crave depth but find few people willing to go there. Yet this is where discernment develops. You are learning to listen more than speak, to observe energy, to recognize who drains you and who sharpens you. This skill will protect you later. When more voices surround you, hidden training also reshapes your reactions. You don't respond as quickly anymore. You pause, you pray, you process. That's growth. Authority doesn't rush. It moves with clarity. When God eventually places you in environments with pressure, conflict, or responsibility, you won't panic. You've already practiced steadiness in private. The danger of this season is misinterpreting silence as stagnation. You may feel tempted to force movement, to create noise, to prove progress. But forced growth produces fragile foundations. God is more interested in depth than speed, roots before fruit, structure before scale. The ancient wisdom recorded in the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 10, speaks clearly to this moment. Whoever is faithful with very little will also be faithful with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. This verse reframes your daily life. Nothing you are doing right now is small. How you answer emails, how you treat coworkers, how you speak about people who aren't present, how you handle disappointment. These are tests, not punishments, and you are passing more than you realize. Hope begins to look tangible here. It looks like inner stability, emotional regulation, confidence that doesn't fluctuate with praise or criticism. You start trusting your internal compass. You stop asking everyone for advice. You become anchored. That anchor will matter when storms come. There will be a moment when God moves you from preparation to position. And when He does, people will say, "You came out of nowhere." But you'll know the truth. You were trained in hidden places. You learned obedience when no one was watching. You learned consistency without reward. That's why you'll be able to carry weight without collapsing. Let me ask you directly, are you willing to stay disciplined in obscurity? Trusting that God is shaping authority, not delaying destiny. Before you move on, I want you to participate not out of habit, but intention. Comment this short phrase below: I stay ready. This is not just words, it is a declaration that you choose preparation over panic, depth over display, and faithfulness over shortcuts, even when the training feels unseen. I stay ready means you stop waiting for perfect conditions. You choose consistency over comfort. You show up even when motivation is low, trusting that readiness is built through daily obedience, not sudden inspiration. This mindset keeps you grounded when emotions fluctuate and circumstances feel uncertain. When you say, "I stay ready," you are declaring that you won't rush God's timing or resist His process. You accept that preparation happens quietly. You allow character to form before opportunity arrives. So when doors open, you enter with stability instead of fear. I stay ready is also a refusal to drift. It means guarding your thoughts, managing your energy, and keeping your faith active. You don't wait for validation to believe. You remain alert, disciplined, and aligned. So when the call comes, you don't scramble. You simply step forward. There is a moment before elevation that feels strangely quiet, almost dangerous in its stillness. Nothing is collapsing, yet nothing is moving. You are no longer who you were, but not yet where you are going. This is the silence before promotion, and it is one of the most vulnerable moments of all. Many people lose their footing here, not because they are weak, but because they misunderstand what this pause means. In this season, temptation doesn't come loudly. It whispers. It tells you to settle, to numb yourself, to go back to what was familiar just to feel something again. At work, you may feel the urge to stop caring so much and to do the bare minimum because excellence hasn't been rewarded. In relationships, you may consider reopening doors God already closed, simply because loneliness feels heavier than discernment. This is not failure, it is pressure. Silence tests patience more than chaos ever could. When things were hard, at least you knew why you were praying. Now, life looks stable from the outside, but inside you feel suspended. Your finances may be steady but tight. Your routines consistent but uninspiring. Your faith intact but quiet. This is where many people sabotage themselves, not through rebellion but through restlessness. Yet this pause is intentional. God often stills the environment right before He shifts position, like the air holding its breath before a storm breaks. This stillness gathers force. You are being taught how to wait without weakening, how to remain faithful without immediate feedback. That discipline will protect you later. When visibility increases and pressure multiplies, think of an archer drawing the bowstring back. The arrow doesn't move forward yet. Tension increases, muscles burn. To the untrained eye, nothing is happening. But without that tension, the arrow would never fly far. This is where you are drawn back, not delayed. In family life, this season may look like restraint. You don't react to every comment. You don't explain yourself endlessly anymore. You choose peace over proving. That restraint is not passivity, it is authority under control. In finances, you resist impulsive decisions. You don't chase quick wins, you wait, plan, trust. These are not small choices. They are signals that maturity is forming. There is a danger here too, impatience disguised as productivity. Doing more just to avoid feeling still. Saying yes to everything to feel relevant. Filling silence with noise so you don't have to listen inward. But elevation requires clarity, not clutter. God is refining your focus so when the next door opens, you walk through it whole, not fragmented. The ancient words spoken through the prophet Isaiah illuminate this moment with precision. Chapter 30, verse 15. In returning and rest you shall be saved. In quietness and confidence shall be your strength. This is not weakness, this is strength being stored. Quietness is not absence, it is concentration. Confidence is not loud, it is settled. You are learning to carry peace without needing proof. That kind of inner stability cannot be taught publicly. It must be learned here. Hope in this season becomes quieter but stronger. It looks like certainty without announcements. It feels like calm that doesn't depend on outcomes. You begin to trust that what is meant for you will arrive intact, untainted by haste, unbroken by fear. And when elevation comes, it rarely arrives with noise. It may come as responsibility, not applause, as stewardship, not spotlight, as a door that opens gently rather than dramatically. Those who rushed ahead will struggle to hold it. You won't because you learned how to stand still without falling apart. Some people, when they reach a place like this, instinctively mark it, like stacking stones by a river to remember where clarity was found. Others quietly invite those they care about to drink from the same stream. And some choose to remain nearby, returning often not out of obligation, but because nourishment is found here. If something in you recognizes this place, honor that recognition. Let it be like turning your face toward the light instead of away from it. Let it be like leaving quiet footprints that others can follow. Let it be like choosing to stay near a well that refreshes you. Again and again. Those choices are never forced. They are gentle, voluntary, and deeply personal. And they shape what comes next more than you realize. Stay here a little longer. The silence is working for you. What feels like waiting is actually weight being added to your spirit. You are becoming steady enough to carry what is coming. When movement returns, it will feel natural, not rushed, because you learned how to remain grounded when nothing around you demanded motion. There is a subtle but critical distinction many people never learn to make the difference between grace being withdrawn and being abandoned. Confusing the two leads either to panic or complacency. Understanding the difference produces maturity, discernment, and peace. This section is not meant to frighten you, it is meant to steady you. Abandonment feels like chaos. Grace withdrawing feels like quiet exposure. When God withdraws a layer of grace, He does not disappear. He simply removes cushions you relied on too heavily. The safety net loosens not to destroy you, but to reveal what has already been built inside you. In daily life, this often shows up subtly. At work, tasks that once felt easy now require more effort. You don't get the same emotional boost from praise. Your intuition still works, but you must pause longer to hear it. This is not punishment. It is transition. God is moving you from dependence to responsibility. Here is the first practical indicator. Abandonment produces confusion. Withdrawn grace produces clarity with discomfort. When grace pulls back, you see yourself more clearly. You notice patterns you used to ignore, reactions you excused, habits that once hid behind momentum are now visible. That discomfort is actually mercy. It gives you a chance to adjust before damage occurs. In family life, this may look like emotional distance surfacing. Conversations feel heavier. You can no longer avoid difficult truths. Old dynamics stop working. Grace is no longer covering immaturity. God is inviting growth. If you lean in instead of numbing out, relationships can deepen rather than fracture. Financially, this distinction matters deeply. Withdrawn grace may feel like tighter margins. You must budget more carefully. Impulsive decisions now carry immediate consequences. This is not God leaving, it is God teaching stewardship. If He abandoned you, chaos would follow. Instead, order is being demanded. That's development. Here is the second indicator. Abandonment leads to despair. Withdrawn grace leads to conviction. Conviction is not shame. Shame says, hide. Conviction says, align. When grace recedes, your conscience becomes louder, not crueler, clearer. That clarity is protection. Practically, what do you do in this season? First, slow your reactions. When grace withdraws, speed becomes dangerous. Don't rush decisions. Don't escape discomfort immediately. Sit with it long enough to learn. Many people mistake discomfort for danger and flee. Wisdom stays long enough to extract instruction. Second, tighten your disciplines. Not out of fear, but focus. Sleep matters more now. What you consume mentally matters more. Who you allow access to your thoughts matters more. Grace withdrawing means margins shrink. Precision increases. Third, pray differently. Less asking God to remove the feeling and more asking Him to reveal what it's teaching. This shifts you from victim to student. Growth accelerates when posture changes. Fourth, watch your language. Saying God left me is rarely accurate and often harmful. Instead, say God is training me. Words shape perception. Perception shapes endurance. The ancient warning and wisdom recorded in the letter to the Hebrews speaks directly here. Chapter 12, verse 11. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. Notice the word trained. Withdrawn grace is not rejection, it is training intensity increasing. Athletes experience this when support reduces and responsibility increases. The goal is strength, not comfort. Hope becomes very practical here. It looks like competence replacing chaos, emotional regulation replacing impulsivity, wisdom replacing reaction. These are not flashy outcomes, but they are lasting ones. There is urgency, but not panic. Delay here is costly not because God is angry, but because prolonged resistance hardens patterns. The sooner you adjust, the lighter this season becomes. Grace returns in new form once growth stabilizes. Let me ask you directly, are you interpreting discomfort as abandonment when it may actually be an invitation to maturity? If this message resonates with where you are right now, mark this moment intentionally. At the end of this section, comment 212 because this season is about transition, not termination. The first two reflects grace being present. The one reflects responsibility increasing, and the final two reminds you that God remains near even while training intensifies. This number is not about luck. It is about awareness, a declaration that you can discern the difference between being left behind and being led forward through discipline, clarity, and growth. The first number reminds you that responsibility is now shared. You are no longer carried the same way. God trusts you to participate, to choose alignment daily instead of being shielded automatically. The second return of the number affirms closeness, not distance. Grace has not vanished, it has matured. You are being trained to walk steadily with God, not be carried without awareness. There comes a point in the journey where you realize the wilderness did not weaken you, it crowned you. Not with visibility, not with applause, but with weight. A quiet authority settles into you, one that doesn't announce itself yet changes the atmosphere when you enter a room. This is the mark of someone refined in isolation, not shaped by crowds. You no longer need constant reassurance. You still feel emotion, but it doesn't control you. Where panic once rose quickly, discernment now responds slowly. That shift did not happen overnight. It was formed in long stretches where nothing dramatic happened, just obedience, repetition, restraint. The wilderness trained you to carry yourself before you were asked to carry others. In everyday life, this shows up in subtle but powerful ways. At work, you don't rush to prove competence. You listen more. You speak when it matters. Your calm becomes a stabilizing force when others react emotionally. People begin to trust you without fully understanding why. That trust was earned in unseen seasons where you learned responsibility without recognition. Financially, you handle pressure differently now. Unexpected expenses no longer send you into spirals. You plan, adjust, breathe. The wilderness taught you how to live within limits without resentment. You no longer equate worth with abundance. That inner freedom is a crown many never receive. In relationships, your boundaries have strengthened. You don't chase connection that costs your peace. You don't over-explain your choices. You can love without losing yourself. This wasn't learned through theory, it was learned through loss, distance, and reflection. The wilderness showed you who you are when no one is validating you. What many people misunderstand is that crowning often happens before public recognition. David was anointed king while still running from caves. Joseph carried leadership in prison long before palace authority. The crown is first internal clarity, humility, steadiness. External position only reveals what was already present. The wilderness removes illusions. It strips away false confidence built on approval. It exposes motivations. It teaches you the difference between loneliness and solitude. Loneliness drains. Solitude sharpens. You learned how to be alone without being empty. That is rare strength. There were moments you wanted to quit, moments you questioned if the cost was worth it. But each time you stayed, something deepened. You learned endurance without bitterness, patience without passivity, faith without guarantees. These qualities cannot be taught publicly. They must be lived privately. The ancient reminder recorded in the letter of James, chapter 1, verse 12, captures this truth with precision. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because, having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. Notice the language, having stood the test. The crown is connected to perseverance, not performance. You didn't earn it by impressing others. You received it by remaining faithful when leaving would have been easier. That crown does not glitter, but it anchors you. Hope now feels grounded, not emotional. You don't need constant signs to believe you're on the right path. You trust the process because you are the evidence of it working. The wilderness did not break you. It clarified you, and this clarity changes how you move forward. You are no longer driven by urgency. You don't rush into every opportunity. You discern timing. You understand that not every open door is yours to walk through. The wilderness taught you patience as protection. You may still be misunderstood, still underestimated, but it no longer shakes you. You've already survived seasons with no applause. You know who you are without agreement. That confidence cannot be taken. The wilderness crowned you with restraint, discernment, and depth. Whatever comes next, visibility or responsibility, you will meet it with steadiness. Not because you are fearless, but because you are formed. And that formation will speak louder than any title ever could. You carry the wilderness within you now, not as a memory of struggle, but as a source of strength. It reminds you how to slow your breath, steady your thoughts, and remain rooted when circumstances shift without warning. This inner crown changes how you listen. You hear beyond words, sensing intention and weight. You no longer react to tone alone. Discernment guides you quietly, helping you respond with wisdom instead of urgency, clarity instead of defense. As life moves forward, you will notice fewer things unsettle you. Pressure still exists, but it no longer owns you. You learned how to stand when nothing supported you, and that lesson continues to hold you upright wherever you are sent. You are not returning to life the way you left it. You are not stepping back in to blend, to adjust, or to shrink yourself for comfort. You are re-entering with weight, with awareness forged in isolation, with discernment sharpened in silence, with a calm authority that does not rush to explain itself. What once felt like exile has quietly become commissioning. Reintegration is not about fitting in again. It is about standing without resistance. You notice it first in small, ordinary moments. At work, you speak less. But when you do, the room subtly shifts. You don't over-prepare to be heard. You don't chase approval. Your presence carries clarity. People begin to seek your perspective not because you demanded space, but because stability is unmistakable. In your finances, your movements are intentional. You no longer spend to soothe anxiety, nor do you hoard out of fear. You steward, you plan, you release when prompted. There is a quiet confidence in how you handle resources now, because scarcity no longer defines you and excess no longer seduces you. You learned balance where others learned survival. In relationships, something fundamental has changed. You no longer fear distance. You no longer confuse attachment with love. You can sit at a table without losing yourself. You can walk away without bitterness. You can stay without shrinking. This is not detachment, it is wholeness. You are present without being possessed. Leadership begins to express itself through restraint. You don't correct every misunderstanding. You don't expose every truth. You understand timing, and timing multiplies impact. You've learned that wisdom spoken too early is often wasted, and silence held too long can be powerful preparation. The world senses when someone has been alone with God. There is a gravity that cannot be rehearsed. People may not know your history, but they feel your steadiness. They feel safety. They feel depth. And without effort, others begin to recalibrate themselves around you. This is where reintegration becomes restoration, not only for you, but through you. Your calm interrupts anxiety. Your discernment exposes confusion. Your presence disrupts chaos without force. You don't fight darkness loudly, you outlast it quietly. As Jesus declared in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 14. You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. Notice what that truth does not demand. It does not require announcement. It does not ask for performance. Light does not prove itself, it reveals. A city on a hill does not chase travelers. Travelers find it when they are ready. Your reintegration will be steady, not dramatic. Doors will open without noise. Connections will form without force. Opportunities will align without panic. When others rush, you will walk. When others react, you will respond. When others burn out, you will endure. There may be moments you feel drawn back towards solitude, not out of fear, but because quiet once felt safe. Remember, isolation was a season, not a sentence. You were refined there so you could return carrying substance. And as you move forward, responses will arise naturally. Some people will choose to walk beside you not because you asked, but because something in them recognizes nourishment. Others will pause, reflect, and quietly carry pieces of what you shared into their own lives. And some will choose to remain near this stream, returning again not from obligation, but because it brought clarity when they needed it most. Some moments deserve to be marked, like placing a small stone on a path to remember where strength was restored. That gentle mark says this mattered. Other moments invite movement, like drawing water from a well and offering it to someone still thirsty. Sharing is not promotion, it is compassion traveling forward. There are also moments that ask for acknowledgement, like leaving a handwritten note at a place that helped you stand straighter. A response is not noise, it is presence. And some choices are about staying near what nourishes you, like returning to a familiar fire because it gave warmth when the night was long. Remaining connected is not dependency, it is alignment. These gestures are never demanded, they are voluntary. They are quiet. They are beautiful precisely because they are chosen. Reintegration does not mean the end of growth. It means growth now happens in motion. You will continue learning, adjusting, refining. But you will no longer doubt whether the isolation had purpose. You are the evidence that it did. You were never forgotten. You were never delayed. You were never abandoned. You were separated. You were trained, you were crowned, and now you return. Walk forward with that knowing. Let your life speak before your words do. Let your steadiness become an invitation others are free to accept. This is not the end of the message. It is the beginning of movement. Before you go, leave this moment the way you choose to leave it. If something here helped you steady your thoughts, clarified a season, or put words to what you've been carrying, you may feel the quiet impulse to pass it along, like lighting a small lamp from another flame, not to draw attention, but to make the next steps easier for someone walking behind you. Shared light doesn't diminish the source, it multiplies it. And if sharing doesn't feel right, that's okay too. Not every insight needs to travel. Some are meant to stay close. You may choose to keep a single sentence, a single image, a single truth that settled into you, like a note folded and placed in your pocket, carried for the right moment later. Growth doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it waits. This ending is not a conclusion, it's a pause, a place where you decide what remains with you. Maybe it's the understanding that isolation wasn't rejection. Maybe it's the reminder that silence can prepare, not punish. Or maybe it's simply the permission to stop forcing answers and let clarity arrive in its own time. You don't need to agree with everything. You don't need to remember every word. What matters is what lingered, what followed you quietly after the noise faded. That's usually where truth settles. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let the rest pass without resistance. Meaning works best when it's chosen, not imposed. And when you step back into your day, into conversations, responsibilities, decisions, notice what feels different. Even a small shift counts. A slower breath, a calmer response, a deeper sense of grounding. These are signs that something landed where it needed to. There is no pressure to do anything next, no instruction to follow, just awareness to carry forward. If this message served you, let it move naturally. If it didn't, let it rest quietly and release it. Either way, you continue wiser, steadier, and more aware than before.